Yo, what's going on, people? We're finna be reacting to today. The female hierarchy is getting weird. Now, this is a video by Janae Daniels. I feel like it's been a minute since we reacted to Janae. And I think I said that on the last video when we reacted to Janae as well. It's been a minute. But with that being said, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. That's my damn outro. Like a Lego. Don't watch me, y'all.
There's a trend happening right now that starts off sounding like self-love, but once you actually hear what people are bragging about, it starts revealing something much more disturbing than that.
Things I think people would be jealous of me for having. Have a huge butt and a tiny waist naturally.
Low-key have always had an hourglass build since I was a child. Sorry.
Yeah, and today a lot of the things people are flexing about have a lot to do with their sexcapades and how flexible they actually are.
These are things that I think people would be jealous that I have. I can finish from only, front door, and back.
I can twerk really well.
Yeah. Now, within all of this, of course, the collective side-eye from the internet is gonna be very loud, and it's sparking a huge debate.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Is this not satire? This is so weird. I want to be this confident and delusional. Bro, what? People are too bored, man. Shit. People are too bored. Making a video on why I think you'd be jealous. So what would my reasons be? Yeah, nah, I don't have no reasons. Shit. I'm broke. My meat's small.
Damn.
I'm black, so I just get hated on. I don't get girls.
Damn.
Shit. Nothing to be jealous of over here.
On whether this is empowering self-love, satire, or just another way to make sure another woman is beneath you.
I don't like that recently. It's been more and more common to disguise egotistical behavior and narcissistic behavior as self-love and confidence, especially with trends like things you would be jealous of me for.
We are watching a literal biological competition, almost like a ranking system to be the superior woman, and it's being turned into a trend and something we're supposed to be jealous of.
I literally have the perfect amount of arm hair for a woman. It's like it slicks down like a newborn baby's placenta perm, and it's so sexy.
And you know, I'm starting to think that this is a lot more than just jealousy. We're watching people rank very specific traits like they're trying to win a prize. So I think instead of being jealous of what somebody else has, I'd rather step away and understand the roots of myself. I partnered with My Heritage to see what my looks are made up of beyond appearances, because in a world that can be very fixated,
you go get your ad in, Janae. Go get that money.
And even actually stay one night, try or scam you for free, but hopefully at the end of this video we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. We're in for a wild conversation today, so I hope you have your snacks, but all DNA can tell us where we're from. It's the world around us that spends every second telling us who we're supposed to be. And this things you'd be jealous of trend, yes, it's abrupt, but it didn't just spawn out of nowhere. You see, long before we had social media trends, we had an even more assertive, much more direct set of rules. There was a system built around telling women that everything they did naturally was wrong. They literally told you to your face that everything you did, thought, or felt was wrong until taught right.
Hello. They're charming, aren't they? Or if they're not, they jolly soon ought to be, because they're students at a London charm school.
And I think we really stopped trying to improve the pupils' appearance. I think as soon as we get them conscious that they're wrong in everything that they do, that is with their makeup and their hair, and as soon as we start getting them right, then I think charm begins to, develop.
What qualifications, Mrs. Estelle, does one need to teach other people to be charming?
Well, infinite patience to start with.
And you wonder why patience was her top answer? Infinite at that. And maybe, just maybe, it's because you're fighting against human nature. But anyways, just hear how this woman who went to charm school describes the view from the top of being the only one out of her circle that finally got it right.
Mrs. Leeson, you've taken this charm course and passed out on it.
Yes.
So now you're charming.
Thank you. I think that your charm can develop if you have any.
Have your friends noticed any difference?
Oh, yes, I'm the envy of my little circle that think that I should have taken such a bold step, which indeed it was.
This is a message that women for decades have been absorbing, a very specific blueprint of what a lady is supposed to look, act, and be like. And more importantly, what makes her valuable enough to be picked out from the rest.
It seems like we need some of that today. Shit. Well, I say petition to bring back charm school. Petition to bring back charm school for the ladies, bro. Give y'all some manners again. Shit.
Beauty is drawn across the threshold of
I'm joking, by the way. It's a joke.
Hampstead studio when rumour whispers that Nicholas Egon, painter of Greek royalty, is in search of the perfect woman. Perfect hair, perfect eyes, perfection in every detail. The quest on which he has embarked might have come straight from a storybook.
Back in the day, the instruction manual to be a woman was a highly specific, almost clinical checklist, and the undisclosed threat was always there. They had to try really hard to be the kind of woman society could tolerate and ensure that they weren't buried at the bottom of the social ladder.
If you try, really try, you can root out the poor, accidental habits and establish in their place the good habits approved by custom, accepted by society.
Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with teaching women how to be functioning citizens in a world that doesn't slow down for anyone. There's great value in learning structure and maintaining a level of discipline in your space. But the moment you really look into these messages, you'll quickly learn it's not just about basic life skills.
Many astute wives have realized that their husband's future success can only be achieved if they groom themselves for new social strata. The school reinforces its ability to turn out better executive wives with a seductive series of before and after photographs.
This is scary, bro.
Was something that needed to be edited, polished, and changed, convincing them that just being a wife that's by her husband's side isn't enough. It was like they were basically incomplete until they earned that next rank.
Look at that beatnik girl. She's passing a Mayfair beauty parlor where smart, chic women pretty themselves up. Go on, see what they can make of you. You look as if you could do with a good square meal as well as a wash and brush up. This is what film stars and fine girls about town go through daily at great expense to convince the world that they really are beautiful. It's a hard, hard life. It's hard to remember what this girl looked like when we persuaded her to look in.
And the media made sure you never forgot it, pushing these standards through everyday beauty commercials, magazines, and celebrity culture, telling you that even the very air around you had to have a certain aura, and they were constantly pushing the idea that no woman was complete without it.
Cream sachet. Just smooth it on your skin. The cream disappears, leaving a lovely, lingering scent. No costume, no woman is complete without it. For fragrance, selected with care and worn with grace, is the very essence of being a woman.
And for decades, women chased the very things.
Well, you know what's crazy? I think like adverts back then was actually getting niggas. Like, was actually getting like majority of people that was watching TV. You see an advert, you're like, oh my gosh, what? That the new cologne? Shit, let me take my ass down to the shop right now. But Now you see an advert, you're like, nigga, where's the skip button?
Society told them they were lacking. Well, of course, they had to keep up or fall behind. But of course, they forgot to mention what happens after you power up. Here's the trap. The moment you finally finish changing your appearance, you're hit with a complete contradiction. You have to make sure that massive transformation you were molded, basically forced into, looks like a complete accident. Because trying way too hard to be interesting is the quickest way to throw all that hard work away.
Cultivate a relaxed, pleasant voice. Speak correct English. Don't talk too much or too loud. Sometimes it doesn't go over too well, and for good reasons. And keep in mind, listening is often more appreciated than talking. Don't talk with your hands. You look much better this way. And all the makeup in the world couldn't make up for this sort of thing.
Now, once you learned how to control your mouth to their standards, of course, you had to match that to your actions. And these etiquette classes, charm schools, and finishing schools were the one place that left zero room to breathe. Even the way you sat down was a test.
Now, girls, I'd like you to sit down, please. I just want to see how you sit. Now, that is wrong, you see, to start with. You must, when you sit, get well to the back of the chair. Get your hips really at the back. You see, that will support the spine, and then, of course, feet.
I don't know, y'all. It kind of sounds like nitpicking to me, because what do you mean I sat down wrong because my butt wasn't touching the back of the chair? Back then, you had to look completely effortless, even if you were under a ton of stress, because true etiquette demanded absolute control over everything, while also shutting down your natural...
I thought that was Millie Bobby Brown for a second. Just for a slight second.
impulses before they can do what they naturally do.
Control. Control of your emotions. Control of your physical appetites. And control of your sense of what's right and what's wrong.
Now, you know what? That lady was wrong for trying to take that woman's money. But on the contrary, it begs a question. How come we as women have to suppress the very emotions that everybody else is allowed to have? How come we can't even try to unwind without society calling a moment of letting loose dangerous?
And this is where the momentum becomes dangerous. One relaxing drink calls for another, until that moderate amount becomes too much.
Now, I don't know about 4 drinks turning into a cigarette, but according to them, she crossed the point of no return. But the real point of no return happens when the act of keeping it all together.
Bro, imagine they see the woman up today. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Together finally breaks you from the inside out. And while you may be able to hide that stress from other people, it's not so easy to hide it from your actual body itself. Once your physical nerves took over, you realized your biggest enemy isn't a loud mouth. No, it's your own biology.
Sweat. Your body gives off about a pint of it every day. You know what it's like to be near someone who doesn't bathe very often. Being clean is part of keeping your body and skin healthy and attractive.
Now, I want to quickly preference this, okay? Hygiene is important, okay? And me bringing up these etiquette videos isn't me saying that we need to protest the patriarchy with our stench. But the harsh reality of these essential expectations is the second you slip up, the second the people around you notice, you're immediately the example of what is considered lower on the pyramid. They may not say it, but you instantly become the cautionary tale for what not to do. You become the exact person they use to lift themselves up and put you and your lingering scent at the bottom of the tier.
I change my underthings every day. Clothing that's against your skin picks up a lot of perspiration. I guess you all know what it's like being near someone who doesn't change as often as she should.
Valid advice, don't get me wrong, but using the dirty girl as your stepping stool, you see what I'm trying to put down, and this is the exact reason why we go into the history, because the messaging is very subtle, but it all stems from that old school checklist. And if you check all those boxes, you meet the standard required to even be in the running. Fail the upkeep and your quality of appearance tanks.
By following these simple rules of body care and grooming, you too will achieve that quality of appearance, that feeling of well-being, so important to make your dreams of happiness come true.
Now, while those vintage black and white clips feel like a completely different world, that deeply rooted belief never actually went away, which brings us right back to the internet today, where we think we're looking.
Alright, y'all. This is actually as good as quite a long video, and I need to shit, so I'm just gonna make this 2 parts. Gosh, so with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe. Gosh, man. Jeez. Sorry. My stomach's just doing a mad thing. You know, in the morning when you feel that sickness, and it's like you're hungry, but you're not hungry, because if you eat, you feel like you'll vomit, but it's like your stomach's just empty though. I don't know. But yeah, with that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, let me know anything down below. Literally just pull up to the next video for part 2. But yeah, peace out, I'm gone.